Can we say finally? Can we say finally that the Indiana Fever won a game without Caitlin Clark? When we talk about MVP for the term most valuable player, then that term definitely probably belongs to Caitlin Clark, and she's been proven since her injury that she is definitely the most valuable player in the league for this Indiana Fever team, and also just for the specifics of the word MVP, most valuable player, for its term. Not saying that she's the best player in the WNBA, not saying she's going to win the WNBA, but for its the term, most valuable player, obviously we're seeing she is a difference between the Indiana Fever being a very, very good team and a championship contender to being a borderline non-playoff team, maybe a playoff team without her in the roster if they continue for the rest of the season playing without her. Of course, that's not going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's great that the Indiana Fever finally won a game without Caitlin Clark. It's great that they finally showed up. It's great that they beat a team that they're supposed to beat, even though it wasn't really, it was still a very mucky win. It wasn't like a very convincing win. The Indiana Fever almost let the Washington Mystics come back in the fourth quarter. But I will say this. I like McDonald. I liked her in college. I like her heart. I like what she brings to the table. I like her in the competitiveness that she brings on the basketball court. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like what she showed out there. I know they signed her to, I don't think it's a full, I don't think she's going to be with the team for the full year. I don't know what the contract is, but I like what I saw from Ari McDonald. I think that she can be, I'll be honest with you. I saw more from her this game that I've seen for Sydney Colston this entire season. McDonald was a lottery pick for a reason. McDonald has played in big games in college. She has heart. She's a pesky defender. I saw her get Aaliyah Boston paint touches and pass the ball from the perimeter into the paint, make her a priority. I like what I saw from Ari. And to be a player that they just signed off the street, she came in and she played 27 minutes. She played 27 minutes. That's a, put it like this. If you're coming and you're signing from being a free agent, you're coming in, you're playing 27 minutes, and Cindy Colson, who's been with the NBA Fever all year, only played 16 minutes. That lets me know that Ari McDonald could be in for possibly taking Sydney Colson's spot. And she was a +4 in the box office in comparison to Sydney Colson, who was a -3. Now, I'm not saying that Sydney is going to get released or anything like that. All I'm saying is that Ari showed me more in this first game for the defensive side, her energy, than Sydney has shown me for the Indiana Fever. We could be looking at a new backup point guard for the Indiana Fever with Ari McDonald. Once again, she's younger. She's was a lottery pick. This can be the team for Ari, and the Indiana Fever can be a team that can utilize her skill set a little bit better for us, like being that backup point guard who also can be a scoring threat, is not afraid to score, is not afraid to shoot the ball, and a pesky defender as well. This could be something beneficial for the Indiana Fever that they should look into more with experimenting. And they experimented her with 27 minutes tonight. It was 27 minutes, and she was a positive in the plus minus on the box score. But it was finally nice to see Kelsey Mitchell show up and have an efficient game. 7 for 14 from the field, 4 for 7 for the three-point line. She had the ball going. She was cutting off the ball. She was utilizing more off the ball, which was great to see. Also, Lexi Ho had 14 points as well. Aaliyah Boston only had 10 points, 5 for 5 from the field. We know when Caitlin Clark plays and Aaliyah Boston's on the court, we know that she is kind of taking the lead. Her game is way much more appealing, way much more exciting, way much more in effect when Caitlin Clark is on that team with Aaliyah Boston, because she is one of the most unstoppable bigs in the league. And when she gets the ball in the rim and the pick and roll, she does a lot of great things. And it's nice, once again, that the Indiana Fever finally won a game without Caitlin Clark, and they're going to play the Chicago Sky this weekend. I don't think Caitlin Clark is going to play that game either. I think we're going to see Caitlin Clark return against the Atlanta Dream. But I saw a lot of things from Ari McDonald. I saw a lot of things that I liked in her first game. I saw Kelsey Mitchell. When she is off ball, she just looks like a much more better basketball player. But she had efficient. This was her best scoring night since earlier this year. She had 23 points. Once again, 7 for 14 from the field, 4 for 7 from the three-point line. And when she's cooking, the Indiana Fever are legitimately going to be able to compete for a championship. If Kelsey Mitchell is not playing up to the Kelsey Mitchell that we have grown accustomed to seeing and loving, then the Indiana Fever title hopes are down the drain. It's as simple as that. You have to rely on your big three of Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and also Kelsey Mitchell if you're going to do some great things. And Kiki Ariafin, it's like I can't. She is a force. 20 points, 9 from 11 from the field, 9 rebounds. Like, she is a force. She may be a top. Kiki Ariafin may be already a top 5 big man in the WNBA. That may make some of y'all mad, but Kiki is about that life. She's a problem. She's a force. Great footwork, energy, and she don't let people punk her or intimidate her. And I love that about her. But overall, her game is very, very great in the post, especially in the low to mid post range. She can shoot it a little bit for us, like the second range on a basketball court. She gets busy, and I like her attitude. I like her competitiveness. She is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and the Mystics have a great young future, and also Sonya as well. The way she plays and dictates pace and pushes the ball, and to me, she reminds me of a modern version of Sue Bird. I think if Sue Bird was in today's game for it's like the way that she liked to play in the past, if she was in today's game, she would look like Sonya. So I like the Washington Mystics. And Aaliyah Edwards, one thing I will say, with the addition of Kiki Ariafin, and they drafted Aaliyah Edwards last year. And I know Aaliyah Edwards is still coming up. She's returning from an injury, so sometimes you have to get yourself going. But she could be expendable. I don't know. And it's crazy because you look at Kiki, you look at Aaliyah Edwards, and they're not playing together. They're not starting together. And then you look at Chicago Sky, and they're playing Cardosa and Angel Reese together. It just goes to show you that maybe 2 big men on the court isn't really what you should be doing in this era of basketball. But I also like how the WNBA has different styles and different teams do different things. But Aaliyah Edwards was a lottery pick last year. She was doing well, playing well as a rookie, and now she's coming off the bench and she's struggling for playing time. That's very, very interesting with me. And if you're the Washington Mystics, what do you do with that? Because Kiki is obviously the future. With Sonya, she's the future. Brittany, I don't know how long she's gonna be there. She's a force. She's a bucket. You know, she's averaging 21 points this year. She could be a trade piece eventually. Who knows how long she's going to stay with the Washington Mystics, because I'm sure she wants to win. I believe she is 31 years old. So it's just like she's in her prime right now. And she's a player that a lot of teams should have their eye on. And she can be very beneficial in the right situation. So it just depends on what the Washington Mystics are going to do. But I wouldn't shock me if this is her last year with the Washington Mystics, because she probably wants to play competitive playoff basketball, even though this Washington Mystics team has some tools to possibly try to compete for a lower seed this year because of the rookies and because of how talented the rookies are. They got 2 out of the 3 top rookies so far this year on the same team that are both competing with Paige Beckers to possibly go off and win Rookie of the Year. So it's going to be interesting. But the Fever won their first game without Caitlin Clark. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Who knows what's going to happen when the Chicago Sky game? It's going to be very interesting. But this your boy, Mark Smith. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to all my truth tellers in the chat. And trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on to your understanding. Always acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Faith without works is dead. Oh, I'm gone, man. Peace.